want a percentage of his T-shirt sales and get it on tape.
Yeah.
Gary figured it out.
I figured it out in 30 seconds.
No, it's just like, Fred does a practical joke. It's fine.
No, John, it's not fine. No, it's not fine.
But he can't do anything to Fred.
Yeah, exactly. So me, you can be a bully with. Fred, you can't. So with me, you can be a bully.
First of all, you guys, by making John do this stuff, you totally undermine. You say you want this run like a regular office.
Right.
But tell me, what other office employees get to go, give their boss a hot foot?
Let me think about that. Wait a second. What other office do you get to give your boss a hot foot? You know what? I believe this is the only office. That's right.
So you're like,
we even played jokes on Howard.
Which jokes were those? That one April Fool's joke that you played? That none of us had the nerve to play?
I taped Howard once when on a birthday show when I tell him everyone's late and he's supposed to get all pissed off.
That's for the
Yeah, but no,
it's not even close.
I know.
Yeah, right. Forget that line of reasoning.
The point is,
I decided to play a practical joke.
Howard, I've done some on Scotty. Gary laughs, loves it. The only thing is, you're a sole loser. It happens to you. Now you're gonna get angry at me. Give me this.
Have I ever played a practical joke on you? Ever? Have I ever played one on you? John said, Gary, you've been in on some practical jokes about me. And I said, yeah, I might have been in on them because Howard thought of it. But do I sit at home at night and say, how can I screw Stuttering John, think of it, engineer it, pull it off, while I can't do the work I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, I had a funny idea. I thought it would be good for the show to do it. So that's what I was doing it for.
Well,
even after I told you 2 weeks ago, I just told you 2 weeks ago how upset I was by the other practical jokes.
This is what happened.
That didn't stop
This is what happened.
You're a liar.
No. I swear to God, on my mother, this is what happened. Gary was riding my ass for a lot of things I didn't think.
He's totally wrong.
No, it was the truth. So on the same day, I asked you why you were riding my ass. Then I'm telling you, I looked in you up. You said, John, I got to tell you, I still haven't forgiven you for the Gary.
But that's not. No.
5 months ago.
I never said to John that's why I was riding him. I was riding John because he wasn't doing his work. And then I said,
in all fairness to John.
I control the heavens above. I wield their strength, and I will use this strength to bring forth a better future. First blood. Double kill. An enemy has been slain. Minions have spawned. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
We devised stealing the puppet. It wasn't John. We sent him out to do it because we're too lazy.
John
Right. We're John takes credit for the idea.
doing our bidding.
Yeah.
John takes credit for the idea.
No, I'm not taking credit.
No, he didn't.
No, I said Jackie said, let's break the puppet's legs.
And then John said,
let's
steal it. I can do it.
I can do it because I was
So John said right in on it.
Right.
He might as well have thought of it. Might as well have thought
Jackie
of
said,
it.
let's break the legs of the puppet.
No, he didn't say break the legs. I don't remember.
No, he
what
did.
said.
He did say break the legs.
He said,
Yeah.
he said,
Well, Jackie hates the puppet too.
Jackie said, we'll rig the puppet so it'll break.
Right.
On Gary. That's what he said. I'm telling you.
You know what the problem with
Look, guys. Let me just say something.
You know what
There's
the
obviously a lot of discontent
You know
among
what the
my organization.
Howard, you know what the problem with this office is?
Yeah.
Because Jackie and I were discussing this one day.
Oh, Jackie.
You can't.
Oh, Jackie.
You can no longer get work done around this office because every underling, every intern, everyone who brushes against this office knows the one way that they can get on the air is to stab everyone else in the back.
Right.
So you can't, like Jackie can't go into joke land or whatever it is to make a phone call because one of the interns is going to listen, rat on him.
Right.
And you can't. I mean, it's.
But I like it like that.
We've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gary,
I'm not stopping it either.
Me too. It isn't like I'm excluded.
When?
Oh, but
Okay, well, then what happened?
How about at least to call your house and you go, and then the next day it would be on the air?
No, I played your answering machine message. I did not set you up for a
Yeah, but they were
practical
extended
joke.
stutters for about 10 seconds.
I don't do that. Scott does
Yeah,
that.
but I'm not...
I'm telling you, what you said earlier.
Listen.
Great take.
I am going. Oh, it's unbelievable.
All I want to do is end it by saying,
Yes.
I told John 2 weeks ago how upset I was that he pulled a prank on me, and that obviously made me think that he has to think one up right away to piss me off even more.
That's right. I am going to listen to
You
the
know what?
tape.
If it wasn't for John's practical jokes, there'd hardly be a reason to keep him around.
Exactly. And he knows that.
Exactly. All right. Listen to me.
Thanks, Ron.
We're going to take this up later in the
Joking and
show.
stuttering.
We're going to take it up. We're going to take it up. We're going to take it up. We're going to take it up later. We'll try and work it out on the People's Court. All right. So anyway, John made a practical joke on Gary. Basically, that Gary had invested in a stock. And Stuttering John's buddy is the stockbroker involved. And, listen.
So who makes the call? The stockbroker?
Yeah, Gary had been calling for a while saying, listen, sell. I want you to sell this stock.
I'd actually just been calling the guy. I couldn't get a hold of him. I called him 5 times. He didn't return my call, which I later found out John set that part up as well.
Right.
For this whole joke.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find out the status of some of my stocks.
Right.
And I could not get the guy on the phone. And I
Right.
started to get nervous because we have been involved with guys in the past, friends of John's as well, who have suddenly closed up shop and left, without notice.
So you want to call me? Sell my shares so I may realize a profit.
Exactly. Well,
Okay, so here we go.
And buying and selling.
I'm buying and selling, and I don't have a pot to piss in.
Sell, sell, sell.
All right.
if I called this guy today,
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything, but if I called this guy today and he wasn't there, I would not be shocked.
Okay, here we go. So we should get this guy on the phone, actually, for this.
Well, we can. I told him to put his phones on.
All right.
You want me to call him?
Nah, I don't know. Let's just hear the call.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And Gary is going to get the news that his stock has fallen apart and he's lost a lot of money.
And I should point out right now that I don't take bad news well.
All right.
Ooh, boy, I can't wait.
Gary. Benny. Good, how are you? What's the matter?
I got bad news.
What's that? John.
Gary,
Yeah.
did you hear what happened?
No. What is it?
Friday, the company went out of business. Hanover Sterling.
Right.
And what happened was, all their stocks, I don't know how to tell you this. All their stocks, lost the trade. In the past, when I got, and what happened was, the company went out of business.
Yeah.
Well, Gary's so thick he don't
Oh,
get
he
it.
doesn't get it.
You are stupid.
I get it fine. I'm waiting for him to say it.
All right.
I want the words to come out of his
What
mouth.
are you
I'm all
doing?
pent up. I'm ready
Right.
to scream at him. I want him to say
How much money are we talking about?
$10,000.
10,000. And let's face it, I mean,
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Maybe not to the king of all media, but
Right.
to Gary, that's a lot of money.
To me, that's what I tip John for buying a potato. And same for you.
It's a lot of money.
That's right. If anybody, 10 grand. I mean,
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of. You would put up 10 grand, and at some point, the stock had gone up, so you were probably now looking at what 30.
Actually, I put up $7,250.
Right.
$7,250, and it had just moved up to around $10,000. When I last looked at it, I was at $10,000.
I see.
But I put up $7,200 of our own money.
And you were
Still a lot of money.
and you were thinking of selling at that point.
Yeah, I was like, hey, no sense hanging around.
Made enough money.
$3,000 is a lot of money.
Right.
And listen,
Not greedy.
Not greedy. Exactly.
So how come you didn't return any of my calls last week when I was trying to call you? That's I was trying to get out of it. You wouldn't call me back.
I don't know how to tell you.
John, Benny's on the phone saying that the company went out of business and we lost all our money. Is he yanking me around? Who?
No, not hoop.
What's that? Then what?
Not hoop. I sold the hoop to get out of the hoop.
No, you didn't sell Hoop with my approval, so you owe me the money.
Stock went down 80%.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I can make it back to you.
No, listen to me. The last thing I was in was Hoop.
Well, what I wanted to do was I sold the hoop.
But you don't do anything without my approval.
If it would have worked out, it would have went good.
No. I don't care good or bad. I don't want to know. I want to know everything. That's why I called you 5 times last week.
I couldn't get in touch with you when this thing...
You are such a liar.
Oh.
Manny, I called you 5 times last week.
The guy in his
I
money.
got a home number with an answering machine on that is always on. I'm at the station all day long. I did not get one message from you last week.
No, I can make it back. I got another...
Benny, here's what I need for you to do. Get me a check for $72.50 today. That's all I want.
The account's down right now.
Benny, get me my money back.
The account's down to It's about $2,100.
Get my money back, Benny. You made trades without me. I wouldn't even know where to begin to call.
Yeah, I can make it up to you.
So make it up and get it back to me.
I can make it up to you. I got this deal coming out March 9th. I can make it. It's gonna be about 300-400%, but I can do it.
So what will I end up back with?
I can make you that money. Well, you know.
Well, make me back what money? I didn't even know what money I had because you wouldn't return my calls to tell me. You had me in and out of Benny, get me in and out of 3 or 4 stocks, and you wouldn't call me back to tell me anything.
This is downright cruel.
I know. Look at poor Gary.
And you want to know what a really
Hey, you're handling yourself pretty good when it comes to your money. You should handle my affairs like this.
You want to know a really funny side effect of this whole thing?
Yeah.
You know the guy Doug that works at E?
Yeah.
John got Doug into the stock, so Doug just happened to be there. And I said, he goes, who's that on the phone? Benny? Ask about me. Ask about me. And I go, yeah, you lost all your money too.
Oh.
And Doug is shaking like he's
Oh,
going
man.
crazy right now.
He was almost in tears.
Doug's in there too.
Yeah, Doug's freaking right now.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. His wife is going.
I'm trying to keep a record of what's going on. And I don't even know what the hell I'm in.
I know I can make it back.
No, Benny.
Let me do it for you, please. I really feel bad already. I lost a ton of money here.
I don't care about making it back. I want to know what you had me in that went out of business.
The company's called PanX. PanXU.
Then what, Benny, why did you call me back last week?
How do you want me to tell you these things?
I want you to tell me that
I didn't avoid your call.
What's that?
I didn't avoid your call.
Nobody in the office told me that you weren't there anymore.
No, I'm here. I'm still at the office, but I wouldn't avoid your phone call.
But I'm not saying you avoided it. I'm saying you didn't call me back.
No, well, I was in meetings all day, all night, and all week long.
And I got a house all day, all night, and all week long.
I was in meetings all day, all night, all week
24
long.
hours, 7 days.
And then I said, I got a whole number that's on all day, all night, all week long.
Yeah, but he was in meetings all day, all night, all week long. I'm not going to tell you. You didn't know you were calling. I like that.
I think this is really, not a good thing, Benny. I trusted you, which is I obviously can't. If you're buying stock without my approval, I can't trust you.
Well, listen, in the past, the stocks always went up, but I'm telling you, these deals always went
But
up.
I want to know. I wanted to be out. Benny, I wanted to get out after Hoop. That's what I want. I wanted to be in Hoop and get out. What'd you put me in Hoop for?
Look, this is Gary on Hoop. Man, what the hell is Hoop?
It's the name of a stock.
Did you guys make money on that one?
Yeah, it's a good stuff.
Johnny's sweating.
This is so
Were
funny.
you like panicked? I mean, were you out of your mind?
The reality of it is that John has made me enough money that even if I lost all that money, I still made more. The point of it is my wife says to me all the time, all right, you sure you know what you're doing? And
Right.
You don't want to go home and tell her.
I don't care about the money. I don't want to go home like Ralph Cramden.
Right. Tell her, here's another fine
Money
guy.
lost $72.50.
I can't imagine how you resolve this thing.
What? Is it coming up yet?
Yeah.
And what'd you get me out of it for? It never went anywhere. It stayed flat. So why would you get me out of it?
Well, because I could have made you an extra 4 or 5 points on the stock in one day. And then I
But why don't you call? Why don't you? Benny, I've dealt with 10 stockbrokers. Not one of them has ever done that without calling me first. Not with me, you haven't. Not with me, you haven't.
Well, you left the money in, so now I can do it.
No, I didn't leave you that money and say do whatever you want with it. You asked me to buy one particular stock and I bought it. You didn't say leave me your money and let me play with it. Big difference. Right, Benny? No, it's the truth. You didn't say I'm going to have a party with your money. You said I'm going to put you in Hoop and I'm going to get you out of it.
I have a party with your money.
You think I knew this company was going to go out of business?
That's not the point. The point is I know what I want to do with my money.
No, it's not the point.
The point is I know what I want to do. And I didn't want to, I'm not a gambler. I wanted to get in and get out and do what I wanted. If you didn't want that, you should have never taken my money.
Sorry I lost your money.
You lost so much money. All of it. $7,200. $7,200. I got about 2,000 left. He put me in a stock without my knowledge. How come John's not in that stock?
Doug.
Because he pulls out all the time.
He said he pulled out.
Well, I pulled out something, but is that the one? You didn't do that?
What happened with John?
He pulled out.
Out of what?
He takes his money and runs.
He said you took your money and ran.
Well, yeah, I did. I didn't take all of it. I still have somebody.
How come John's in this stock?
Because I didn't have any money here with him.
That's a lie. He just told you he didn't take all his money.
Well, he left a few thousand.
Right. How come you put a few thousand of John's money in
There's
there?
enough money with me.
Right. What about Doug?
See, Doug didn't make anything. He's down a little bit of money.
He's down a little bit of
He
money.
doesn't have that much. I had to send him back money too, so.
How come you don't call me and send me back money?
Of course, I wanted to impress you. I want to show you
Well,
something.
you impressed me. You impressed me. You showed me that you lost all my money. You're a magician, Benny. You took 7,200 and made it 2,000 in a week.
Doing material.
That's about 3 weeks. But see, that's the point, Benny. I called you 5 times last week.
I mean,
Because the company went out of
I
business.
just like that the guy's name is Benny. I believe it.
I got to tell you something. If you met him,
Yeah.
if you saw him, this whole phone call would be 10 times funnier.
Really?
Benny's about 5'2"
Yeah.
high and about 5'2" wide. And he's like one of those muscle guys.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, if you didn't know he was a stockbroker, you'd scare the hell out of him.
Right.
I don't know. He put me in a stock. He put me in a stock without my permission, and then the company went out of business. I'll never see that money again.
Uh-oh. Reality sets in.
I'd like to get a hold of one of your bosses and rap to about this
why would you do that?
because you did something very unethical.
Well, I made money for you in the past.
No. One time.
It was 2 times.
No, it was one time, Benny.
And this time.
Right, and this time, and I gave you permission to put it in the hoop, which I was monitoring. I want to know where my money's going. There's nothing wrong with that.
Why would you
Hey,
want to
Benny,
know that?
You give me some money, and I'll hold on to it. You give me 10
I'm
grand.
just impressed that you're able to handle yourself on the phone like this.
Roll it back a little bit. This is,
Actually, Gary sounds like somebody's dad.
Yeah. You almost sound like you know what
I'd
you're
like
doing.
to speak to one of your bosses.
I'll hold on to it. John, what are you doing? What was I doing with this? What was I doing with this? It's mine. I didn't even get you back for the last one, you because you told me I was going to get me the other one. You guys should die. Benny, I thought you wanted to be my pal. How could you do this to me? I would want to do anything like that. I would never do that. I would want to do it.
Howard. Not always Howard.
He's ratting you out.
You're the one. You just told me you're going to do it. How would I have to want from me?
Oh, Benny, what are you doing to me?
I'm the king of stock.
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't.
John's like, don't get mad.
Benny, Benny's such a Benny, will you...
You were pissed, man.
I really was. And then like 10 minutes later, the whole rap I gave you this morning, I gave to John.
Right.
I said, I was in there and I go, what are you doing to me? Like, why am I the butt of your joke?
Right.
I thought it would be funny for the ass.
And it is, but it's not funny to me.
Wow.
It's it's a practical thing.
And then they all come back and want you.
Yeah, but Gary, we've done friendly favors for each other. You've done.
Just because you do favors for me doesn't mean you have the right to gank me around.
I'm saying both of us. We've been friends. I don't know. I mean, we goof on each other. You make stuttering jokes all the time.
Again, I told you how bummed out I was about the puppet thing, and I just told
That's what I can't believe.
how I
5
continue to
months
be
still
pumped.
hasn't forgiven me for the freaking
No,
puppet.
I didn't say
5 months, and you know did he man Jackie?
John,
Anybody else? Just me.
I didn't say I
You know
didn't.
why? Because he's allowed to be.
I didn't say I didn't forgive you. I didn't say I didn't forgive
Yes,
you.
you did. You said
No, I
you're
didn't.
still mad
I
about
just
it.
said I can't. I'm still bummed out about it because it really hurt me. I spent the whole weekend. While my
What's he supposed to do? That's why it's a practical joke. He's pissed off at you.
Yeah. Right.
John, obviously,
It's not good unless you piss a guy off.
Yeah, but so don't you think you would forgive me by now?
Why?
Forgive me for all the funny jokes you played on there.
But why should I forgive? I just told you to forgive you. Why would you do it again?
Because I figured if you're not gonna forgive me, I might as well just keep on going.
Just keep on going then.
Okay.
What's he got to lose?
I mean, really, if you're not gonna let
You're at ground zero, so have a party.
No, but if you're not gonna let it go, I thought it would just be a funny thing. Plus, I didn't go hang.
It's still cruel.
What is it, Ralph?
2 days. Ralph has something to add here about John and practical jokes.
I never played one on you.
No. But I just find it incredible that John really has he always gets mad at me, like I'm going to say something to somebody about something or repeat something to somebody, and I don't see how he can do this kind of thing to Gary relentlessly.